Okie doke. So I'm re-recording this. These are the cards that came out. Basically, I'm getting like this really fiery Aries energy. This primordial goddess kind of energy. This, basically, you're not taking shit. You're not being kind anymore when it comes to people saying and doing stupid things and trying to get away with it. You are calling out the spades. You're just completely, I get very silver-tongued. Like, you've held your tongue back for a long time. You did. You absolutely did. And now you're like entering this new era. Like, you have a very important birthday coming up. And by the way, I'll post like the 35 seconds that I did. I didn't have enough memory in my phone. And so that is why it cut out, and I'm re-recording, and you see these cards. They are cards that did shuffle out. But anyway, yeah, you're just basically in this, you're taking names, you're not taking crap, you don't care, you know whose feelings to hurt, so they'll look at their damn behavior, But you're in this beautiful energy, and I caught that, like, you're very magnetic. I caught the energy of you definitely charting your next steps in life. You're headed for a really beautiful and positive cycle. And so, and another thing I want to share is like this, imagery that I kind of saw in my mind's eye of like a woman in a red dress, ruby beet red dress, long, beautiful black hair. Whether it's, and I mean, hey, this, long, it could be like long, straight hair. This could be big, curly, coily, long hair, so yeah. And then this like energy of fire, like around you, like a hedge, a circle of fire around you. You know how there were, so there's this like animation that's coming to mind of, and there are some of you that are going to know what I'm talking about, but there was like this one animation that was kind of going around on YouTube at one point some years ago, where basically it was just a woman kind of like in Betty Boop type of animation style and art style, and she's like, walking in these like really sharp stiletto heels and like leaving fire in her trail. This is the energy that you guys are basically in. Oh yeah, glad that I accidentally moved the deck a little bit, because you overcame a lot. You overcame a significant amount of challenges in your life. And there's something about your birthday this year in 2026. I feel like I'm talking to an Aries, a fellow Aries. Happy birthday to those of you Aries who already had your birthdays. I haven't yet. Third decan Aries over here. So yeah, but yeah, you're just really in this beautiful energy of completely knowing who you are, knowing what the hell you expect, not, wasting any time on anyone, whether it's, poor work opportunities, because goodness knows, I mean, it takes 2 seconds to put up a company, put up some ads, grab some generic SOPs and whatnot and stuff, and then bam, now you've got like a company. But is it well run? Is it by, is it done by good people? Do they know what they're doing? Or is it just, a crappy, gossipy kind of office where everybody's just like, I don't know, stuck in being mentally 12 years old, So you are sharp now. I get you're somebody who's in your 30s. You could be either turning 30, turning like 25, but I'm really feeling like it's like, like the start of a new decade for you. This is for a lot of you the start of a new decade. So some of you are turning 30, turning 40, turning 50, 60, 70. And you're in an energy of just completely knowing who you are, knowing when you're, being BS'd, knowing which doors to walk through and which ones to send a little lit, match toward. You're, knowing even which bridges to burn. Because honestly, and just a little side note, when it comes to burning bridges and stuff like that, I think that as you get older, you start to realize all of the connections and things that you thought were so extraordinary and so vital to your life were literally actually not. And so, it makes you waste time. And, it's not even a waste of time. If you were to go through the exact same type of relationships again, knowing better, then yeah, that's you choosing to waste your time. You were younger and learning. There's the whole saying, prepare the child for the road. Don't prepare the road for the child. Unfortunately, well, some of us have been prepared. The road was prepared for us. And then the road, just smacked you a little bit. But you learned, didn't you? And you came out pretty unscathed. So here with the Strength card, these are cards that show you presently. We're going to talk about this in a second. But I do want to touch very briefly on the past, just to remind you of how much you overcame. Because I'm looking at these cards right now. Oh yeah, you overcame. I have a mirror in front of me, by the way. So that's why I can see the cards right now. That's why. But so yeah, you overcame a lot of adversity. You are someone who is rock damn solid. You are the person that if there is a significant emergency, people call you. They know to call you. They know, oh shoot, I got this bad situation. Let me call so-and-so. But you're also discerning and knowing who to kind of be like, well, look, that's you. You need to figure that out. I can't help you with nothing. Don't even you know who to not even give advice to, because you know how they're going to try to use it by way of their character. You're just very damn sharp. Ooh, you are... And silver-tongued as well, too. I mean, you are somebody who I feel like when somebody... In the past, you were like this. Trying to maintain these, false relationships that were not good for you, whether it's, false friends, that kind of thing. You were trying to get to your 10 of Cups thinking that if you're the peacekeeper and you're quiet and you're just strategic and all this, it'll be fine. But you found that, this is actually just binding you up into your own set of self-doubts because you tied your identity and who you were to how well these relationships, whether it's friends, family, coworkers, whatever, how these relationships turned out. You freed yourself from this crap. You're comfortable in your skin. You're someone who has finally truly grown into your skin, into your intellect. This is beautiful, spicy, wonderful. You're spicy. You could, have a nickname of being spicy. You could love spicy food. I'm just getting really hot to the tongue. Like Scotch bonnet pepper hot. Like when you are mad, you're so kind. That's the thing. You give people chances, to kind of do what they, you don't give people chances against you anymore. You give people chances to show who they are. And you're just observing them. You've learned the difference between giving people chances to be around you and screw up your energy and your path, or at least just delay you a little bit. You were learning. You're never delayed. You had to learn. And letting someone show you who they are. And just kind of sitting back and being like, oh, so you do that. Oh, so you think that. Oh, all right. Well, You learn to do that, but now you're also in a state of when somebody is trying to rub you the wrong way because of their crappy insecurities and stuff. Oh my God, the things that you say, you take the breath out of people's chest. It's okay, so what was that show? It was about vampires. This really pretty blonde woman who was the main witch. It was so popular too. I think it was on Netflix. And she would sit on top of this van, and part of her thing as a high ranking witch in this film, she was a bad witch. She was stealing the essence from people and stuff through their breath and things like that. Man, I can literally see the scenes in my mind's eye. I have photographic memory. So like I see it. I don't remember the name of the, what was it? It'll probably come to me later or whatever. But for those of you who know what I'm talking about, you're giving that energy. It's like when somebody thinks it is stupid enough to cross you, the things that you've observed about them and that you just spit on right on back out to them, it draws, it's almost like you make their soul bleed a little bit. You're like, you gather people right on up. And sometimes with your silence by straight up ghosting somebody, and sometimes you know the discernment between, you know, when you need to say something and when you need to kind of just let somebody, they got enough rope. You don't want to get roped up in what they about to do. You know what I'm saying? You know? That's nice. Good for you. You're not wasting your time anymore. Which, even in the past, you were never wasting your time. You were learning. You were learning. This goes for any relationships that didn't work out. Specifically for people who, like, you know, were not good to you. You know? All that stuff. But yeah, you ain't having it. You are in this energy of, I wish somebody would, because I will undress you all the way down to your soul and make you question why you had that weird thought back in 3rd grade type of, like, you dig in. You dig directly in. And then it really does help course correct some people, or they decide to become more angry. It's like your mouth delivers like justice now. You know, you're not the sweet, docile person. This goes for if you're a man or a woman. But, you know, you're not a pushover. You never were a pushover. You were just kind. And, you know, you were exposed to people, it feels like, who saw kindness for weakness. And it's like, all right, dumbass, go to be with somebody who's going to abuse the hell out of you since you don't like kindness, I guess. I don't know. And then you want to try to use that against somebody to hurt them through their own kindness to you. All right, then. Like, you've learned to just be like, okay, well. But when you do have to speak, oh my God. Like a fire-breathing dragon. Nothing but flames coming out that mouth. The things you say, when it's time to say what you need to say, because you don't have time anymore. You're not wasting your life on people who insist on creating havoc for themselves and the people around them, basically. You're like, no, I'm not gonna be your friend. I'm not gonna be your lover. I'm not gonna be your coworker who has the knowledge and can help you make your job easier. I'm not doing any of that. I'm pulling the hell out. I'm pulling away from you. The truck is, you know, revved up. I sped away. Like, that's how you are. And it's beautiful. You are in this wonderful, divine mental clarity. Significant clarity. This justice card is coming out hard, like, because you have so much love to offer to yourself. Just because you have a lot of love, you finally learned, like, okay, just because you have a lot to offer doesn't mean you actually need to, like, show your hand. You don't need to actually give it. I love this. Ooh. And there's something about your eyebrows and your eyes when you're angry and you're about to lay the tongue, that silver tongue of justice out. There's something about the way you look when you are about to, like, go. It makes people kind of, like, jump and be like, oh no, like they're in trouble with the principal. And it's like, nah, baby, this is a lot worse. You wish you were in trouble with the principal. You wish you were in trouble with your boss right now. This is what you have to say about people that they think that you would never say or never think about them or never notice about them. Oh, damn. Woo, please be nice to me in the comments, because, oh my God, it's giving some really sharp energy. Good. But yeah, you're working hard. You are a diligent person. You're very responsible. You could be kind of starting a new career. I'm getting the feeling like, you know, some of you are already building upon a career that you've been in and going back to school. Taking new work contracts, things like that. You are, I want to curse so bad. You're thriving. It's like, I never really know with YouTube. Because, like, okay, you guys, you guys see like how one of the videos hit like 15K, another one like 10K here and there. And now I'm getting like only like a handful of views. I don't care. I'm still going to put these videos out because the people that watch them, and as the views like climb up over time a little bit, it kind of takes a couple weeks. I don't know. I don't care. I really don't care about the algorithm because honestly, when it comes to, this modality of spirituality, I think it's marvelous and a very healthy way to process emotions. So yeah, I hope it's reaching the right person. Hope it's getting to you. Because yeah, you don't have time anymore for these people in the background crowd right here. You just don't. You don't care. You give the energy of like ghosting people too. Which good, do that. When you know someone is not worth your time anymore, and even worse than that, they are like a liability, ghost them. For those of you who feel like you're a little bit stuck on that, why? If you know that somebody, but I don't know, there's like a couple of you who feel like, well, that's mean. Yeah, be mean. This person, that you feel like you need to ghost is not. Use your discernment. Don't feel guilty about doing things like that, to be honest. Because sometimes, as you get older, as you already have, as you already know, the wrong people will put you in this energy. They don't care. The wrong fake friend or whoever will see you with 9 swords in your back and be like, ooh, let me put the 10th in. So, I mean, there are people straight up on demon time. What you gonna do? Keep talking to them? Why? Why would you do this? Makes no sense. Hey, we got the Ace of Swords wanting to pop out a little bit too. But yeah, you are just very abundant. You're in this wonderful exploratory energy. Like, you are just so excited for life in a way that's different than the previous decade or 2 of your life was. You feel just so much more expansive, so much more intelligent, so much more intuitive, far more confident than you ever have. And you're not taking anything. You make some moves that make people, I get that you could have made some moves regarding a work situation that were like shocking. Like, what? This person left? What do you mean? It's like, yeah, you dummies like were mistreating this person for how long? And they've been documenting this and just been like, you know what? You don't even pay me enough. You just, I like the way you don't care about how people feel when it comes to protecting yourself when they've shown who they are to you. That's basically the energy that you're in. And you don't care. You will rain that judgment down. You don't care if you've known someone since you were like 12 years old. You will straight up be like, I'm gonna ghost you because I can't. What you're doing is deadly. Or, You're in this exploratory energy. Yes. Here with Ace of Swords, the world. This is beautiful energy, man. And it's like, you still go through challenges in life, but you're just doing it so gracefully. Like, you're just like, oh, well, that'll get resolved. Well, I'll do X, Y, Z, and then that'll get resolved. Oh, that happened? Okay, well, here's the result. Or here's the fix. Oh, the shower, handle broken. Now I gotta replace the freaking, Alright, so when you have a tub, and then you, like, sometimes it won't, like, the handle won't turn. And it's usually because I forget the specific name of it, but it's like the insert behind the actual fixture usually has like a piece of broken plastic or something. And so you gotta, like, you're finagling with it. You're trying to get that thing out. It's been in there for like several years, and you're just like, you're like, I'm gonna get this done. And then, you get the correct part. You go ahead and get it from Home Depot, Lowe's. And then you go ahead and, you reinstall it. You try it. Boom, it works. Like, you are at a level of mastery that you've been wanting to reach for so long. And the thing is, yes, you went through some wildly painful situations, some of you. Some of you have gone through painful divorces. Some of you have gone through painful, familial situations. painful, just, things like that. Just some really tough lessons that you just had to learn. And you're at this level of mastery where you're extremely self-sufficient. If everybody around you that, you think cares about you were to disappear, you are the one who's going to survive. If there was that blizzard or something, you're going to know how to be out and survive. You're going to know there's just something that really clicked in your mind, in your spirit, in your body. And the confidence you exude and carry now is one of this quiet, high competence for yourself. Something that can't be extracted from you any longer. Something that is completely sovereign, like truly, literally. You need to fix something in your house, like you can literally fix things yourself. You're not, out here like, oh my goodness, I need to call so-and-so so this plumber can charge me $300 to do a 5-minute fix because I'm too scared to Google it, and I'm so scared. Ugh. Like, you used to be in an energy of being scared in a way, but you're not anymore. You're very much so in the energy of all right, well, what's the challenge? I'll defeat that mofo. Let's do it. I love this. This is some strong energy. Really beautiful. Yeah, you've gone through significant transformation in your life. This is beautiful. And honestly, you would hope it's common, but unfortunately some people do just simply get older and not wiser. And that becomes just very unfortunate to witness and be around. Because these things catch up with people. Moving incorrectly against other people, it catches up with you. It just does. You don't have the benefit of being young and stupid anymore. Now it's like, oh, so you know what you're doing. You just straight up, you're shiesty. You're just not trustworthy, and that's it. And you see this in people. This is you. You are in, whether you're a woman, obviously, this is a man, King of Pentacles. But even if you're a woman, you are in this energy. You are in this so you're going to do that? Well, you're dumb. And okay, have fun. Bye-bye. You are just adorned. It's you, self-sufficient. You're someone who's probably a prepper, I feel like. Which is not even a prepper. I don't even like, the whole doomsday prepper show and everything. The word prepper kind of became this gaslighting. Oh, you're dumb to think these things won't ever fail. And well, I'm not going to say anything other than just those specific breaths and chuckles that I just did. But you're somebody who knows how to grow your own food. You know how to preserve your own things. You know how to make your own butter. You know how to make your own bread. You know how to even get your own grain. You know how to even, you know how to grow your own potatoes. Life hack, do it in a large bucket. Those big old, the black and yellow topped moving containers and stuff that you can get from Home Depot and whatnot. You can grow some potatoes in there. You can grow a lot of things in there. Put your soil down, look up. I don't need to give you the steps. You already know what you're doing. You're somebody who is hell no, I'm not going to be out here starving. But I'm also not going to open my door up either. I like you. I don't know. You're somebody who is just, you are damn self-sufficient. It's a really wonderful thing. I don't know why I'm getting the energy of somebody who's in the South right now, the South of the U.S. So, I honestly consider more of Northern Florida, more of the South compared to South Florida, as somebody who's a South Floridian, definitely having lived up there in Northern Florida. Those folk have a lot of grit, a lot of intelligence. But yeah, I'm giving, this is Southern state kind of energy, making warm biscuits with honey. This is something that you could like to make regularly. Someone who, again, makes their own butter, someone who makes their own preserves. You don't need to go to the grocery store. You're just someone who doesn't really need to do that. Other than like maybe get milk, but you're not somebody who's out there, just getting anything that's in a box and saying, and buying whatever that says that it's edible, even though it's like 95%, plastics and freaking God knows what at this point. But yeah, you're someone who's very intelligent, very, very highly independent. You're quiet about your independence and your knowledge. You have such beautiful discernment. You're the kind of person who has, their own grow room as far as like growing your own vegetables and fruits and things like that. But your neighbors don't know anything. You don't tell anybody anything. And that's a good thing. I mean, keep it like that. Look, if things get hairy, things get real crazy, you think it's a good idea to be telling your neighbors what you got and what you can do and all that? Anyway, be careful when it comes to those whole like, yes, build community, but when if certain things become scarce, you don't want everybody in the neighborhood to know that you're the door that they need to be breaking down, right? I don't know why I felt like I needed to say all of that. But anyway, look at this, Queen of Pentacles here as well. Oh my God, look at all of this abundance of knowledge, wealth, knowing, like you could be married. I mean, I'm just, going for the easiest interpretation when it comes to, we have the King and Queen of Pentacles right here. So, I'm just literally going for basic interpretation, but you as an individual, even without like you don't, if you're someone who is not married, like you don't need to be, like you're the kind of person who doesn't need to be. You're not the kind of person who is dependent, like, oh my God, I gotta have somebody pump my gas for me. I don't know how to pump gas. Oh, he's gotta change the tire. I can't change the tire. If anything happens and I'm driving, I'm just gonna be stuck out here for hours, and whoever's gonna be pulling up, and it's like you've experienced enough hardship in the past to know that you need to know damn well how to do your own things. You are, especially if like this is energy of like, I'm feeling like, older women and men, like 45 plus, for those of you who are like, early 30s type thing, y'all are sharp and so ahead of the game for your age. Like this is beautiful energy. But it's like you're in preparation mode also too. You're like in this energy of like, all right, well, what else here? Okay. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so around the corner, you do have some kind of offer coming to you. Something that seems quite beautiful. Something hand gifted to you because of your skill and intellect. So you're going to probably have a new job offer. I don't know if you take like traveling contracts or something like that. Like you could be moving from full-time to contract work, from full-time to part-time, or full-time to per diem. If you're in, like, say you're in the healthcare field or something like that, or just that goes for any fields that need on-call or like consultation work. You're finding a way to like make work and money work for you and accumulate things intelligently, using your energy intelligently. This is beautiful. Yeah, and you're sending out any negative energy. You're keeping people out in the cold. Now, this card I typically depict as, depending on what the situation is. If it's like a love situation, then, I'll say, oh yeah, the person feels left out in the cold or whatever, In this particular instance, though, I'm getting the feeling that you are actually the person who is in here. You're inside this home that's nice and warm. You've got your privacy stick film on your window so people can't be looking in your house. And unfortunately, like I said earlier, some people get older and not wiser. And you are watching what that looks like between married couples, between people in relationships that aren't married or whatever, between, just individuals in general who just get older and just think being a shyster is the way to go. And you're just kind of like, and they don't know that they're being watched. They don't know that you see them and you're like, you better not. I'm trained on you. You know what I'm saying? Nice. Look, you got your Ace of Swords right here. Page of Swords, I mean. You're just in a very, not in a defensive posture, but you're in a very self-protected posture. Whoever is in your life is very extraordinarily lucky to have you. Whether it's a romantic person, just literally anybody in your life who is around you, jackpot, bro, jackpot. Great person. You're a really fabulous, well-rounded human being. And yeah, you've okay, at this point, now it's just showing all the cards. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull. But yeah, it's like, this is typically a card of walking away. And it's like you're just leaving. I'm feeling a few things with that. Because, okay, we got the moon here. As far as your ancestors and those that you're close with, they're with you. They're proud of you. They see you. They see the way you've gone through, in a way, the valley. And you just kept on going with your staff. Like, okay, I'm going to keep going. I'm just going to keep on going. Here we have the Queen of Wands, Aries energy, with the beautiful sunflower, or reverse sunflower, whatever. But it's, you're just very much so observant. You've moved into observer. You're in the observer phase of life. Observing not so much yourself anymore. Now, and what I mean by that is not nitpicking how you need to serve other people. You're not nitpicking that like, oh, I was kind of mean to that person, even though they insulted me. Maybe I could have been nicer about that. Maybe I should have done that differently. Nah, you're not. You're like, no, F them. They deserve that. You're like, no, you deserve that. Don't come up against me, and then I won't have to, say something to you that's going to hurt your feelings and make you want to cry for a few weeks or months or whatever. Still having your words echoing in their mind years later type thing. Based on their own actions against you that they didn't have to do. But you're just very, damn, you are independent. That's hot. You're very, and you truly don't need anyone. If there was a whole blackout or something right now, you literally got your stuff ready to go. You got your bunch of candles. You know how to cook and everything without using electricity or gas or anything that requires any type of electrical start. You know what I'm saying? You're good. You're good. You got everything you need. You know how to, keep warmth if you're in a colder state, even though I mentioned the South though, but you know how to deal with heat in the South. I mean, it's the South. You should know the heat by now. If you're new to the South, well, you'll learn. Whatever. But, yeah, just really primo energy, survivalist energy. Truly, you are the survivor. You really are. And beyond being the survivor who, is, say just after an incident, hurt, really in turmoil, that kind of thing. You're way beyond that. You're that quote in the Rocky movie about okay, so there's a song that's really special to me. Oh my God, I haven't thought of this song in years, but it's important. It's called The Bull. And it's this song that came out years and years ago, back in I was in like middle school, high school when this song came out. But it goes like, I'd rather be alone. I'd rather be alone than be a raging, raging bull. I'd rather be alone than be a raging bull. Oh my God, I haven't thought of that song in so many years, dude. Oh my God, that was special for me. But it's giving that energy. And funny enough, because I was thinking of the Rocky quote, and I was gonna, basically say how when it comes to the Rocky movie, it's all about, it's not about you getting hit, it's how many times you can get hit and keep getting up. And then the music video for that song, The Bull, like literally if you put into the Google search engine, I'd rather be alone than be your raging bull song, then you're going to see the black and white music video. And it's literally like a Rocky Balboa fighting scene in slow motion, and then that song. And it just kind of loops on that particular scene over and over and over again until the song is over. It's a great song. I need to put that back on my playlist. That's crazy. I have not thought of that song since I was literally about, 13, 14 years old, maybe. Practicing in my point shoes at home, which, yeah, you're not supposed to do that. If you're like a dancer or somebody, like, don't do that. You're not supposed to. It like messes up the leveling and impact, the amount of impact your point shoe can actually hold on the tip as you're dancing. So you should only be practicing at home. But I mean, I was like 13, I got my first point shoes. I finally did well enough, was able to like hold the positions well enough, which I forgot some of them, sadly, because I'm turning 30 kind of soon. And I haven't done ballet and that kind of thing in a long, long time. I actually literally, just a little tidbit about me to get to know me. I did dance competition for several years in high school and got special mentions from judges and dance competitions. And I literally did ballet, contemporary dance, which I loved. Contemporary dance like so hard. Oh my God. And jazz and musical theater, literally from the age of like 5 to 18, and only took like a little bit of a break in between for like a year or something back in elementary school. But I was right back into dance like years, like a year or two later. So yeah, that's a little tidbit about me. Because of course you needed that. But if you wanted to, get to know me a little more, that's a little something about me. But anyway, look that song up. It is so damn good. It's so good. It's so empowering. It's really wonderful. And honestly, as far as who you are, you're like exuding that kind of energy. Like, you're the kind of person who, if all these city lights and things go off and it's just you, and especially when that dark comes, you're good. You got food. You got what you need to stay protected. And you are very self-sufficient, extremely intelligent. And that's not something to be underestimated. It's like you kind of give almost sweet grandma, sweet grandpa energy. But if you get a little closer, you'll see the shotgun that they got underneath their, their coat or some shit like that. You know what I mean? It's like, I'll be kind to you as long as you're kind to me. But if you're going to bring some mess, well, I'm prepared for that too. And just, you're doing amazing. You're doing amazing. You're a fabulous, cool person, man. Whoever is watching this and resonating with this, thank you for watching. Like, dang, you're cool. So yeah, you're awesome. Any final messages for my lovely viewers, for my wonderful Aries here? Oh my. my gosh. Damn. So, sorry. Yeah, that card, like, literally came out, like, so sharp. King of Swords. Okay, well, this is different territory. That's different energy. It's like you're in this energy, too. Like, you have this energy within you. Very much so, I don't know if I can say it on YouTube. I don't know if it's going to hurt my views even more, but, you know, off with their spear on their neck, you know, that movie with Alice in Wonderland and the Queen. You're like in that, if you're a woman, you're in that queen energy. And if you're a man, you're in, this is Sparta kind of energy in a way. I guess those would be the equivalents. But of course, whenever people are, you know, treating you as you expect and doing what is expected and whatnot, you know, you're very kind. You're not a controlling person at all. You're not a controlling person. King of Swords energy. There's something to this, though. Tell me more about the King of Swords. Huh. Somebody has somebody from the past trying to come in? Somebody trying to... So, actually, no, just leaning more into what I was saying before. Like, you... You have great strategic timing on when to leave a situation. There's something about your discernment. You know how to observe when things are wrong. You know how there's that saying when, oh, if the function or something like feels off, like, you know when to leave at a certain time. You know when to leave the party at a certain time, you know. And then we have the Hanged Man. This is different energy. This is different energy here. Huh. You have a new perspective in life. You no longer have the perspective of being so kind and sweet that you're just taken advantage of. Now, it's like, oh, it's game on. And it's a bit scary for people who think it's okay to, you know, trespass against you. Like, why are you out here being shisty, robbing people's energy type thing anyway? You shouldn't be doing that. It's kind of like idiots that break into somebody's house or whatever and then get so shocked. Like when, when, you know, in Florida, we have the stand your ground law. You come into somebody's house, they, you know, So it's that kind of energy. It's that kind of energy. You're the kind of person, it's like you shifted from being afraid of the night, and this is just metaphorical with life in general. You shifted from being afraid of the night and that kind of thing to now being like, hell no, you come in here, you should be scared. You ain't leaving like you think. As it should be. So, damn, you... And here, look at this with the Page of Cups, too. This is, you know, like your energy, just very kind. You know, you're sweet. You have a lot to offer to the correct people that treat you correctly. You know? It's nothing for you to give to a good neighbor that, you know, you've known for years, and it's not, you know, you got to be careful with that too, with neighbors and stuff. You don't know what people are doing in their homes. You don't know what people are hiding in their homes. But you already know this. You already know that. I don't need to tell you that. You are in this emperor authoritative energy. You are the queen of your domicile. You are the king of your domicile. Your life is a star. You have a lot of people that see you as very attractive. You could have your own garden. You have a lot of people that see you as just like, wow. Yeah. And you're fine with bringing the tower down on somebody. It's like, don't tread on me and I don't have to, you know, do what I got to do. So, what else? Justice. Yeah. So, all right, basically the reading is basically done. Good on you. Great for you. I'm so glad that you are in this beautiful space in life. I mean, this is wonderful energy, guys. Um Feels like I'm talking to some Aries folk, but even if it's not, this could still apply if you feel like it resonates with the title and whatnot. So just wow. Good on you. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the reading. I'm gonna close the circle. Please enjoy yourselves. Get some rest, drink your tea, all the things. And I'll see you next time. Wow, wonderful job. Thanks for watching. And take care.